Okay. Okay, dear students, अभी चलते हैं another new lesson. सितंबर 30 तक सिलेबस खत्म करना होगा. थोड़े से रह गए. That is magnetism. That will take about 4 or 5 lessons, and then like transformer, AC generator, then solid semiconductor devices. Okay. So let us go to चलते हैं alternating current lesson 20. What we'll be discussing, what is the average power associated with resistance in AC circuit, not DC, in AC. Before I discuss this, let me clarify this diagram. When a pure resistance is connected to a direct DC voltage. Now, for a DC circuit containing resistance, as in this case, this is the voltage, this is constant in magnitude, like your battery, and the current will be V over R. And we know in a DC circuit, V remains constant, I remains constant. Means they don't change with time. So there is not much botheration to find out the power. And the power we had derived in current electricity, power is equal to VI. And from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So if I substitute IR, current into resistance for V, your power becomes I square R. Or if you substitute I is equal to V by R. For I, if you put V by R, then V into V square over R. So all this power, this as well as this, they are constant. Because V is constant, R is constant, I is constant, R is constant, V is constant, I is constant. But the problem arises when the same resistance is connected to an alternating source. Like in this diagram, थोड़ा जगह नहीं था, यहाँ बना लिया. Here is a resistance. Here is the alternating one, EMF. E is equal to E naught sine omega t. And previously we have derived, if a circuit contains only a resistance and alternating EMF, the current was derived as I was equal to I naught sine omega t. Means this EMF is changing with time, this current is also changing with time, right? So in AC circuit, EMF, E naught sine omega t, this E is changing with time, this I is also changing with time. So, sorry. So a circuit containing resistance and an alternating EMF, at particular instant t, the power will be called instantaneous power. And since power is the product of voltage and current, so it will be voltage at particular instant and the current at the same instant, the product of these two. So that will be the instantaneous power. So E is equal to E naught sine omega t, I is equal to I naught sine omega t for a resistance connected to an AC that we have already derived in previous lessons. So E naught I naught sine omega t becomes sine square omega t. So this is the power at a time t, means this power also changes. If time changes, this power also changes. Now suppose we consider a very small, very small time interval dt. Let dt a very small time interval. If t is very small, then you can consider this power to be almost constant for that small time interval. Means P is constant. So you can use the formula work done is equal to power into time. So for during that short time, the small work done will be power into that small time dt. So for P I now substitute E naught I naught sine square omega t, E naught I naught sine square omega t dt. This is the small work done in time, small time dt. So let us see for a complete cycle, what will be this work done. So how do you get it? By integrating it. So the total work done will be, W will be equal to integration of dW for the full cycle, because we are providing AC now, not DC. We are providing this alternating voltage, right? For one complete cycle, what is the total work done? If you can find out the total work done, then work done divided by time will be power over the whole cycle. So now it's simple. So for dW, which I just explained in the previous page, as E naught I naught sine square omega t dt, I substitute it E naught I naught sine square omega t, sorry, I'm left with dt here, right? Sorry. E naught I naught is constant taken out, sine square omega t dt. Now let us change this. So, E naught I naught 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. This is a simple trigonometric relation. You can say sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Remember this. Sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. If you put the value of cos 2 theta, it will come out to be sine square theta, simple. So, now this 2 is in the denominator, is a constant, so it is also taken out, E naught I naught over 2. So, what I am left within the integrations is 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt from 0 to t. So, there are two terms, one term here, another term here, there is a subtraction. So, this remains same thing as this. So, integration of 1 into dt, integration of 1 into dt. Look, this whole thing from here to here is multiplied with this, multiplied with this. So, you have to be careful. You have to put a bracket here. Mistakes यहीं पे students करते हैं. So, integration of 1 dt from 0 to t minus integration of cos 2 omega t dt from cos 2 omega t dt from 0 to t. Now, E naught I naught over 2, integration of 1 into dt is dt, integration of dt is t, its value from 0 to capital T, minus this factor comes out to be 0. How it is 0? I have explained you before. I will explain it again at the end of this lecture here. So, let us assume this is 0, but I will discuss. So, this becomes E naught I naught over 2. So, t minus 0. So, that is equal to E naught I naught t over 2 is your total work done. So, your total work done is equal to E naught I naught t over 2. Now, t bring t to this side. So, it becomes W by t. So, W by t work done by time is same thing as power. So, I write it as P. So, P is equal to W by t. So, means this divided by t. So, T cancels, so we are left with E naught I naught over 2. So, this can be written as E naught over root 2 multiplied by I naught over root 2, because root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. And in the beginning of current electricity, when I taught you RMS value or virtual value of alternating EMF and alternating current, I had derived this relation. This was called the RMS value or the virtual value of the EMF, ERMS. And this was also derived in the beginning of current alternating current as the RMS value of current. So, power is equal to ERMS, IRMS. So when a resistance is connected, it consumes some power. In previous two lessons, that is in alternating current 18 and 19, we derived for a complete cycle, an inductor does not consume any power, and a capacitor also does not consume any power. But here we see a resistance when connected to a alternating source of EMF like this. In a complete cycle, it consumes some power, that is ERMS into IRMS. Now let us go here how this factor is equal to 0. How this integration is 0 from 0 to t. So you will be comfortable with that. But your derivation actually finishes here. This is for your understanding. how integration of cos 2 omega t dt from 0 to t is 0. Oh, very, very simple. This must be an angle because cos of an angle. So let 2 omega t is theta, suppose. I do it so because it will be simpler for you to understand. So theta is equal to 2 omega t. So theta is depending on time. So means I can differentiate theta with respect to t. So d theta by dt is equal to derivative of 2 omega t. For theta, I put 2 omega t because that is what I considered. So 2 omega is a constant, is taken out. So I am left with dt by dt. This is 1, that is equal to 2 omega. So 2 omega. So d theta by dt is 2 omega. If you cross multiply these two, to keep dt on one side, your dt comes out to be d theta over 2 omega. Now, here in the beginning, for dt, I will substitute d theta by 2 omega. And for 2 omega t, I will substitute theta to make the integration simpler. So this now becomes integration of cos theta d theta by 2 omega. For 2 omega t, I put theta because that is what I considered here. For dt, I derived dt as d theta by 2 omega. So for dt, I substitute d theta by 2 omega, right? So 2 omega is a constant, is taken out, it was in the denominator. So I am left with integration of cos theta with respect to d theta. So this is same thing as this. So integration of cos theta with respect to sin theta, its value from 0 to t. So 1 by 2 omega, its value. Now I resubstitute the value theta, that is 2 omega t from 0 to t. Now look, here the variable is this small t and its limit is from 0 to capital T. That is for the full cycle. So 1 by 2 omega sine 2 omega is 2 pi by capital T. This t, the upper limit, capital T cancels. Sine 2 omega. For this t I put 0. For this t I put 0. So 0 into this angle is 0. Sine 0 is 0. And this becomes sine 4 pi. And sine 4 pi is how much? Is 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 into this thing is 0. So 1 by 2 omega, 0 minus 0 is 0. So therefore this integration is 0. Actually, if you look at the sine graph without doing anything, the sine graph is like this. For different values of theta, if you put the value of sine theta, you get a graph like this. This is the complete cycle. Look, this much part is in the upside, in the positive side, and the same area is on the negative side. So for a complete cycle, the integration of sine theta will be 0. जितना एरिया पॉजिटिव हाफ साइकिल में है उतना एरिया नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल में है. सो व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज integration of a sine function over a complete cycle will be always 0. Similarly, for a cos function, the integration over a complete cycle will be 0.